Good. A little.
Did I just knock him out?
Yeah. Oh, okay. There he is. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Nothing is going right today, Paul, and it's okay. We're just gonna roll.
All right, Paul, go ahead. Your turn. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, today's going pretty well. As Mike was saying earlier, I was doing my Super Saiyan, or rather my Ultra Instinct project today, part 2 of 5, I guess you could say.
Hold on. There you go. Sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
That was pretty exciting. It was fun.
Super Saiyan 2. So how many levels you have?
So I'm doing the video a little bit differently than my original. I'm going Super Saiyan.
You want to keep it a secret, or you wanna say anything?
I can say it. Okay. Every 3 weeks, I'm going back to the location to film my progress. Back in the day when I did it, it was just me, and then me 11 weeks later, Goku, and then Super Saiyan Goku, and it was the body transformation of before and after 11 weeks. Now Goku has so many hair color options that I'm like, okay, for my original, 3 weeks later, Super Saiyan, which is today. In 3 weeks, I'll go Super Saiyan God form, which will be pink hair. 3 more weeks, I'll go Super Saiyan Blue, and then I'll go Ultra Instinct. So it's going to be a 12-week journey with the different hair colors and a little bit of a mini steps of improvement along the way instead of a contrasting, boom, 11-week difference.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out. But you saw me with the blonde hair today.
Yeah.
It washed right out. It looked cool. I liked it.
I mean, Paul and I had a conversation. He was on FaceTime mode, and I was on here actually, and super clear, like signal, like even better signal than what Paul has now. It worked. He looked like full HD. I'm like, what kind of company are you using, Paul? You should make your podcast every day from that mountain, because it sounds
pretty cool.
Wait, is that Mario or Luigi?
That's Mario. That's Mario.
Mario.
He's a good boy.
Hello, Mario. It's
Mario. Okay, bye, Mario.
Mario.
Maybe one of these days, like 3 Fridays from now, will be the next video, and I'll be wearing pink hair during that one. So maybe I'll just stay a little bit longer on the mountaintop and do the podcast there, live on set from the Dragon Ball sequel.
Hey, is pink hair from Dragon Ball Super or from Dragon Ball Daima? Daima.
Super, but Daima also has
it. I'm watching the last one.
Yeah, no spoiler.
Yeah, I'm still watching Daima. Daimana. I don't know. Daima, yeah, like a Daima. All right, so thank you, Paul, for sharing.
I'm doing well. Good to see you too.
I have no idea what any of that was about, by the way.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball, Joycey?
I have not. It's not my jam, but I love this for you. Does that matter at all? Does it matter? I love this for you.
It does matter.
I'm happy for you that it exists.
Hey, that's okay. That's good.
Yeah, that matters. That matters. Joycey's happiness for us, like in Dragon Ball, it matters so much. I'm gonna put this in the background. Echoes
of wisdom.
Yeah,
wisdom.
Yeah, echoes of the wisdom. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our first topic. Paul, we're talking about the Nintendo Direct. Nintendo Switch 2 confirmed games and Nintendo Switch 2 rumored games. Not that there will not be a Nintendo Direct. Who knows? Nintendo could give us one in June, right? We still got games without the release dates or a lot of information. Metroid Prime 4 needs a little more love before it releases, right? At least a Metroid Prime 4 Direct will be awesome to go dive deeper into that game, right? Something along those lines. So with that, I want to go ahead and go over real quick what has been confirmed, get you guys' reactions on everything confirmed, what's your most anticipated games of all those, and then go over the rumored. And you guys can tell me how valid that sounds. Is that sounds like real? Is it sound fake? Does it make sense? Are you excited or not? And we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the confirmed Nintendo games directly from the Nintendo Press website here. for Nintendo Switch 2, and this is in order. For Nintendo Switch 2, we got the Kirby in the Forgotten Land, the update to that, right? The crystals of the Crystal Skull or something. We got Metroid Prime 4 Beyond also coming. Well, no date whatsoever. We got Pokemon Legends ZA update to that to 4K, right? Not update. That's actually a new game. It's launching on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. There's no update to that. Never mind. Mario Power Jamboree is getting an update as well. We got Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom with the update as well. And we got Nintendo NSO finally adding GameCube and a whole bunch of a plethora of goodie games. Starting out, that's including Wind Waker. And by the way, they're all in HD. Nintendo released one of the games they're in their Nintendo app showing off F-Zero GX in HD in full 16:9. Okay, so it's actually not a square thingy, it's an actual expanded HD version of the game, which is pretty cool. And that's awesome. I think Nintendo's gonna bypass those random drops, for games and just upload them HD to GameCube, and I think that's actually a good thing. Now that we're getting Wind Waker, we're getting F-Zero. There's Firefighter or X Fighter or Fighter Biter or X. I don't know. Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Paul knows. Which one is it, Paul?
Street Fighter 6, right?
Street Fighter 6.
No. The one GameCube. The one where
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, there you go.
With Link. Link.
Not even close. Doesn't even have fighter in it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So I just want to kind of address something that Crazy Koth said. He said, I still want Wind Waker remastered. I don't need it on NSO. I just wanted to say something about that real quick, because I said something like this either last week or the week before last.
Uh-huh.
Just because they put it on NSO doesn't mean they won't remake it.
Yep.
So I'm not saying to have your hopes high, but I'm just saying just keep it a little nugget in the back of your head. It's a possibility because they can get money out of Zelda.
Yeah, of course. And they confirmed already that the ported games, for example, there's still the fact that Wind Waker is on an NSL doesn't interfere with Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess coming out on Nintendo Switch 2. So that it's like a different thing. So Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD can still make it on Nintendo Switch, right? Because they also promised that we will still be getting Nintendo Switch games all the way to the end of 2026. We still got time. And then let's see, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Drag X Drive, one of my surprise games from the experience. I really love that game. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, the one with that's supposed to be called what, JC?
It should be called the Imprisoning Wars.
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors, The Imprisoning Wars is, in my opinion, what it should have been called. And the cover should have had Zelda, and I don't know what the official artwork looks like. I don't think, but it should have had, the cover should have been Zelda with all the OG ancient champion dudes, sages.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. But again, no one asked my opinion.
Yeah. So far, all we got is a logo. We didn't get a cover or anything like that on the game itself. So with that, let me think we got just a couple more games left that are confirmed from Nintendo first party, right? We got Kirby Air Riders. We got Mario Kart World, and the Zelda notes. But where we're going, we don't need notes. Courtesy of Crazy Scott and a future teacher that is coming.
Did you hear that one, Paul? Or were you listening?
About what part?
Oh, Crazy Scott. It's just been a series of wild events since before the podcast started. And I told Mike, oh crap, I don't have the notes. Where are the notes? And Crazy Scott said, notes? Where we're going, we don't need notes.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
And Mike wants to make a t-shirt out of it because of Zelda and the notes that we get with the Switch 2 version.
Yep.
So yeah. And I'm like, I can't help it. I love that.
That'll be my project tonight because I need someone to distract myself tonight. So I'll make the t-shirt tonight. And then My next podcast, I'll show it on screen and get you guys approval on it.
Yeah.
All right, so
You can make it in the logo of Back to the Future. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wow. Yeah, that would be awesome. Can I do that? Am I allowed to? I mean, it
Probably not.
It is a parody. All righty, tighty. So okay, so now let's move on to other games that are rumored to confirm for Nintendo Switch. We're talking about we was in Mario World. We did that. We got that one. Sonic's X Shadow Generations. It already has a release date. It's on June 5th. Okay, coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see here. We got Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, the most anticipated game of the year.
I can't wait for that to be a million seller.
Can you imagine?
Because it will.
At $10, I mean, that's the only game that people can afford.
Yeah.
On Switch, it's like the only game everybody can afford. $10. Welcome Tour.
To be fair, Mario Kart is actually like technically low key like the cheapest game right now for Switch 2 if you buy it the bundle.
That $50 one.
Right.
I just want to throw that out there.
You're right. So then we got of course we ordered the GameCube games. The GameCube games got is Soul Calibur is that one, the one that I forgot. We got Split Fiction. Split Fiction, is that a Switch game or
not a Nintendo game, but it's
came out a couple of months ago from EA.
Okay.
It sold 4 million. I played that, so I don't want to take too much time, but like I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. I played it with my son and we had a really good time. So I know I could have bought it back in March, I want to say it came out, but I didn't. But I'm kind of glad I didn't because I think that one's going to be another Nintendo Switch 2 title that I do get. I do believe it's a game key card one though, which in that case I might just buy digital. That's kind of where that's where I'm at, by the way. Like if it's game key card only or digital, I don't resell my titles. I might as well just get it digitally. Yeah. Although game key card does allow you to share it with someone, which is nice too. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
I'm doing it simply because at least it's something. And I also don't really sell or give away my games. Like I will buy you a game, but I don't necessarily give away my games, even if I don't like it. So for the collection, the collector's little part of me, game key cards anyway. But all with the exception of Mario Kart, because I wanted it with the system bundle, because it's a multiplayer game. That'll be if I'm gonna take if the Switch 2 leaves the house, which my Switch never leaves the house. That's the best, multiplayer, the best games to have digitally, I think. So I'll probably get Splatoon digitally. I already own Splatoon digitally, so that's kind of probably where I'm going into the next gen.
You're right. Multiplayers are best. Yeah, multiplayers. You're right. Multiplayers are the best games to have digitally because you always have them and get to them right away.
And then you're doing multiplayer. It's like, hey, new friend, I'm waiting for in line with at the airport or something. You want to play Switch with me? I mean, of course, they're gonna want to play a multiplayer game.
Anybody else feel the way I do? Like, there's so many amazing games for Switch 2. I feel like I already have a backlog. Like already, I don't even own games yet, but there's already a backlog in my head. Okay,
my new system has a backlog,
right? It's like Switch 2 has not come out yet, and I already got a backlog going at least 6 or 7 games that I need to play, and I'm still behind. I'm so behind.
Paul, right? Do you have a backlog? I feel like you don't.
In general.
I mean, in games, do you have a gaming backlog?
In general, in gaming, yeah, there are some titles that I bought, picked up, started, enjoyed, and I just didn't beat. And I'm like, oh man. But yeah.
I do. I that kind of backlog, I think is like maybe 80% of my games picked up, started, didn't beat. Then I also have others that I haven't even opened yet. Like I recently bought Bravely Default 1 and 2 because they were on sale. Because I want to play that on Nintendo Switch 2, right? With the better, better stuff on top of it. And so by the way, guys, there's a huge sale on Nintendo Switch right now going on, and a lot of these games they're not advertising it because they want you to focus on some games that you can upgrade monetarily. But a lot of these games are going to get automatic updates on Nintendo Switch 2 by AI upscaling, which will at least bring them up a little bit to at least 2K, right? At least 2K resolution for Nintendo Switch 2. And Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is one that nobody's talking about, but in the code there is a feature that can bring the game up to 4K resolution. It is compatible with 4K streams and 4K resolution. This is found in a data mine, and there's a whole bunch of lists of games. If you look up data mine games that are compatible with Nintendo Switch 2 or 4K resolution, you'll see a whole list of them. And data mine is them looking in the code of the actual video game. So it's not like a rumor here. Somebody said this. Data mine is looking in the code of the video game to see how high this game, what's the maximum resolution for this game, right? 4K for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. That game is beautiful already. Imagine it in 4K, right? I feel like paper, like you touch it, you lit a fire next to it, it's gonna get on fire and stuff. You know, get it? Paper, fire. No?
I got it.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, let's see here. So take advantage of that. Grow your library. You're only growing your library for Switch 2, with every game being compatible, right? We got Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition, by the way, the only game from third-party developer that's fully physically.
I played it. The hype is real. And real quick, Mike, I'm having a auntie sometimers moment. I could not for the life of me remember if we're supposed to do super chats now or at the end, but since I highlighted it, here we go. Thank you, Justin Richards. We do appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. What is Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition priced at? My GameStart charged me $80. Is that right? That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And yeah, you're correct, Joycey. Super chats are in the spot. Super chats are part of the conversation. Yeah, super chats are part of the conversation. So with every super chat you guys do, you are part of the conversation. It's answered right there, like whether at the end of the conversation or interjected like Joyce just did. So you're good. You're good, Joyce.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin. That's a great question, by the way.
It is because we keep. I know myself. I keep saying, "Oh, you know, Mario Kart's the only physical $80 game." Not exactly. But that doesn't surprise me because Tears of the Kingdom was already above tier on the Switch 1. Yeah. So Breath of the Wild is going up. Breath of the Wild is going up to 70. Tears of the Kingdom is going up to 80.
Yeah, and the only way to get it cheap is to buy the original game, $70. Well, you still have to do the upgrade though. Unless you have
the upgrade will be $10 if you have NSO.
Yeah, unless you have NSO. Wait, is it $10 still with NSO?
No, I'm sorry. I don't think it is. Whoa, wait, actually.
If you have NSO, it's free. And if you don't have NSO, I believe you are paying $10 for the upgrade. Ooh. So the cheapest way is, the cheapest way is if you have NSO, I guess. But another cheap alternative is if you don't care about having like the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of it, if you could find, like, let's say you could find Breath of the Wild used on eBay for $20.
Oh yeah.
You could buy it for $20, pay $10 for the upgrade, and then you have the Nintendo Switch 2 edition for $30. That's not a bad way to do it.
Go on.
Same thing with like Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Yeah, you could buy it for $80 for the whole shebang, but if you could find it used for $30, pay $10 or $20 for the upgrade. I think that one is $20 for the upgrade because it comes with DLC. Now then you're looking at 30 plus 20 is 50. Boom. So there are other ways to do it.
Your genius is showing.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying it is a really. I think I'm gonna do it myself for some games because if you go to just choose your most trusted online reseller place. There are a lot of people selling their games crazy dirt cheap. You know. Find out of those, look at which one is getting those updates, get it right. Even those games that are getting the free updates. There's the Mario Odyssey, among others. They're getting free updates. So if you buy the game super cheap, if you find the Mario Odyssey, very cheap, right? $20-$30, then you're getting a free update for that one. So Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Hold up.
I was literally trying to go online, like, oh, I'm sure Amazon probably has a bunch of used ones. Yeah, I lied. My bad.
Look at this.
$57. The cheapest one was $50. I'm like,
Kirby
I'm sure there's one.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land, $30 on Mercari. I found one already. I found another one for $26. Found the one for that's actually a good deal. That's a good. You see? Yeah, I knew it was worth having Paul here in the podcast. I knew it.
You want to talk money? You want to talk numbers?
Numbers guy.
I'll tell you how to save.
I love that. So basically, but the thing about it is that if you already have Breath of the Wild, that's when and Tears of the Kingdom, that's when it's just free. Or and in NSO, that's when it's basically a free upgrade. And the good thing, the other perk to that is you already probably have the DLC. The Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild does not include the DLC, I don't think.
No.
It does not.
What?
So if you want like the Nintendo Switch t-shirt and you want the Master Cycle Zero and the extra Master Quest or Master Sword mode, all that stuff, you're looking at another $20, I think.
Yeah.
Then
probably,
from 60 to 70 to 90.
I'm really, really hoping that comes as a free update later. That they're like, hey, yeah, sorry guys, yeah, I know we didn't launch it with it, but we're gonna totally like, I don't even know how that would work, but that's not nice.
They never released. You know how they have physical versions that include the DLC with it. They never released a version of that of Breath of the Wild, right? It was just like physical and then update online, like the DLC online.
Well, no, you had to buy the DLC online. So technically speaking, Breath of the Wild was technically $80, low key, if you bought the DLC. Okay, and that's where the Master Cycle comes in and all that other stuff. So we already bought Breath of the Wild for $80. So when I think about it, I wonder if it's going to end up being $100 and they're going to charge for the DLC for Switch 2. I don't think that's the best idea, but
you put it that way. You look when we look at Mario Kart World, right? It's such a massive game. It feels already like a game and a DLC because Mario Kart is just racing. It's always just been racing, right? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just racing. So if they could have released a base game with just the racing mechanics, just racing. That's it, right? And then release a DLC pack where that allows you to explore the world, the extra missions, and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, that's Peach, right?
Hi, Peach.
Yeah, that's Peach.
And so yeah. We have a super chat.
We do. Shout out to Blade Nightmare. Thank you for your $2. We really appreciate it. Digimon Time Stranger for Switch 2. Yes or no? What do y'all say?
Hopefully, yes. We have to will it into existence for it to happen because I'm a Digimon fan. Like, I remember when Digimon came out and Pokemon was like, "Oh, Digimon, it's Pokemon." You know, I really want. It'd be awesome if they do. I can't. I mean, Digimon has always been really good at making their games. Didn't have the hiccups like Pokemon does, but it'll be awesome if they do. I love it.
Paul, any thoughts
on Digimon? I think it'll come over. I think a lot of the smaller AA titles or the A titles. I mean, it's so weird saying AAA. I'm like, anyways, I think so many titles will come over, Digimon included.
Yeah.
I mean, we already got like from a non-US ratings board about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, although that's a little bit higher up on the relevant anime tier list, but Digimon has still got a strong user base. Yeah.
Oh, allow me to correct you there for a second. I don't think it's sparkling as Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. I think it's Dragon Ball Sparkling Water. That's the title that I'm going with. Sparkling Water.
Thank you so much, Blake Nightmare. And I also forgot to check this one, and I apologize. So thank you for your other super chat for $2. Can you use Switch 1 docks with Switch 2? I think that was already confirmed. No, right?
Nope, you cannot. Nope, you cannot. But I am. However, I am releasing a very cool accessory for your Nintendo Switch that I have designed and made myself, so that you can put your Nintendo Switch 2 on it and it'll look incredible. If you're like if you are a D-Brand fan, you can switch the plates and stuff like that. I'm releasing something that's going to be something like that, which you can change the plate on top of your Nintendo Switch to the front. You can make a Zelda one, you can make a Mario one, you can make a Splatoon one, or any colors you want to add to it. I already designed it. It's well, I have my printer back here, so it's coming soon. For your convenience. So if you want to spice up your Nintendo Switch too, because there's not enough spice, and that'll add some spice.
Mike is tired, y'all. Shout out to Revolucion Electrica. I hope I'm saying it right. How about that Terminator 2D No Fate coming soon? I'm not even familiar with that.
Terminator 2 No Fate is one of the most anticipated Terminator games. Terminator 2 is my favorite movie. Let me look it up quick. Is it coming to Switch? No Fate. Okay, go.
That was a well-reviewed game.
Yeah. Well, it's on Amazon. Terminator 2 No Fate Day 1 Edition. It's on Nintendo Switch already.
Oh, I think he means is it coming to Switch 2?
I mean, it's automatically compatible with Switch 2 because it's Switch 1 game, and I think it's up to the developer whether they're going to release an update to make it, a little spicier, look better.
I'll say this: it'll probably work on your Switch 2 because
it's compatible.
Physical, if you have it physical already, it'll work on Switch 2.
Well, the game looks awesome. I think I'm gonna get it. I love Terminator. Look at Sarah.
I like the movies. They prepared me for the future.
I love. Right. It's happening soon. Elon Musk said 5-10 years, robots take over.
Yep, and that's why I watched Terminator, so we know how to handle that. Shout out to Justin Richards again. Thank you so much for the 20. We really appreciate it. I am ready, he says. Got my Switch 2 and 5 physical games. 10 p.m. launch at my GameStop. Let's go. Yes. My dude already got his backlog, ready to go. I respect the fact you getting ready, so you getting ready so you don't have to stay ready. I'm saying it backwards.
Yeah, I'm ready. This is my first official launch as a content creator, so I'm gonna be like super super hyped about it. I'll be live from GameStop midnight, just showing you guys the chaos.
Shout out to you, Boo Mini. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. You rock. Thank you so much. Let's see. And we had another one. Again, thank you again, Blade Nightmare. Thank you for your $5 super chat. What about unofficial Switch 1 docks for Switch 2, like the wire with plug?
No, I would say no, because the thing about the Nintendo Switch 2 dock is that it comes in with a fan. It has a fan integrated within the dock, because the Nintendo Switch 2 in dock mode, it pulls out more power because it's gonna it has some. Okay, let's say this phone has some certain juice on handheld mode, but when it's docked, it becomes a more powerful system. When it's docked, if it's plugged in and tricked into being docked, the system itself is going to work a lot harder. And if it doesn't have those fans, that setup, it's going to heat up. And you don't want your Switch to heat up and burn up a house or whatever. So far, the only Nintendo Switch dock you should be using is the OG, the one that comes with the Switch 2. Okay, not the OG from the Switch 1. The original dock from the Nintendo Switch 2 is the only one that you should be releasing until the third parties come up with their own Nintendo Switch 2 dock. If it was made for Switch 1, it's not compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Even though some docks might show a game if you plug it in, that it's not a good thing you're doing to your Nintendo Switch, because the Switch 2 is working a lot more, and it's going to overheat and then end up toasting your system. So you don't want to do that. So make sure that right now you just use the Switch 2 dock until third-party accessories, third-party companies come up with the Switch 2 dock with those same elements, with the fan, all that stuff, to make sure that the system handles properly. Hopefully that answers the question.
Thank you. And okay, that's all we got so far.
Hey, thank you so much for that. All right. So now, so those are the confirmed games we have so far, and let's talk about some rumored games here. Split Fiction, it's already on Nintendo Switch. I dabbled a little bit into the game at the experience. Cyberpunk also 2077, the only physical game that's coming to Switch. That's awesome from third-party developers. I've also dabbled in it. I'm pretty sure everybody here on the chat on the podcast, right, played it at experience, right?
Say that last part again.
Yoshi and Paul, you both played Cyberpunk.
I did. I'm excited for it. You know what's crazy though? I wasn't able to actually get it.
Who's booping? Yeah. We got two Pauls in the chat. What's up, Paul?
Okay, so my microphone on my PC is not working, so you haven't been able to hear me for like the last 2 minutes, correct?
Oh no.
So I'm on my phone right now, so you get the better view of that. So I'm just gonna have this on purely for microphone purposes. But like,
dude, one Paul is a blessing. Two Pauls is just a lot. So we're good.
So instead of, because otherwise I would have to turn off my computer, lose precious minutes, blah blah blah. Yeah. But I'm like, y'all can't even hear me, and I'm like waving in the background, but you guys are talking, and I'm like, let me just do it this way. So sorry about that.
And I saw your note in our chat, and I was like, oh, he's just letting us know what time he has to leave or whatever.
And right after I did that,
what you're talking about.
Right after I did that, something crashed. I don't know. It is kind of weird seeing myself in two different modes at the same time.
I do have to ask though. So which one of you is Sassy Paul?
Oh, Sassy Paul? I remember Sassy Paul.
No, Sassy Paul. Which one of you is Sassy Paul?
Sassy Paul is on camera. He only hides his appearance behind his little logo thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll say that one is
Evil Twin Paul.
Yeah, we actually.
This is exactly what Split Fiction is about, guys.
This would be Split Fiction. Yeah, it's two Pauls going on at the same time. You could be Paul Gale or Paul Gale Network.
Paul Gale or Paul Gale. Or can I be PGN instead?
How does this work? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down. I'm just gonna look at that one, but talk to this one.
Okay.
But I won't be able to type to chat, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, I'm here though.
Okay.
3 40-year-old gamers try to hold it together for a podcast. Next on Geraldo.
Here. Y'all could look at Ryu from Street Fighter. There you go.
Hey, we got a special guest in the podcast, Ryu. They're just.
But wait, where did Evil Paul go? Oh wait, what if you're Evil Paul?
I was about to say is what is Ryu doing? Kamehameha? Like, Ryu doesn't Kamehameha. He Hadoukens.
Hadouken.
Yeah, he Hadoukens. So, which one of these games that are confirmed are you most excited about? I think okay. Switch 2 arrives day one on your home. What is the first thing you're doing, Joycey, when that Switch 2 arrives? What's the first game you're playing?
First I gotta fuss with it so I can transfer all my stuff over.
After all that, is that
I low key wish I could be like, can somebody just set it up for me? Anyway, but I'm gonna be playing Mario Kart World that day,
nice.
All day. I love Splatoon. This is not a secret, okay? But I reminded myself I've been playing Splatoon since Splatoon 2. I think I need to try something else. Okay, I'm gonna buy Splatoon 4, 5 forever, but it's time to try something else. It's like put the Splatoon down, try something else. So yeah, that's what I'm playing first day.
Splatoon?
No, Mario Kart World, because it's time to get into something new. Because I played so Splatoon, I never played my Mario Kart, and I own it.
Right. So that first podcast
at us. Do you need it? Can you say? Can we not hear you?
Yeah, I think we can hear Paul.
Oh, Paul was waving. Oh, okay. Paul was waving. I'm like, oh crap! Can we not hear him again?
No, he's just.
Oh no, I'm waving to chat because I cannot type. I lost keyboard functionality even.
Paul loves you all very much.
Yeah.
That's for a fact. I can speak.
So, podcast number 1 after Switch 2 is out is gonna be a Mario Kart. We'll all be playing
Oh
Mario
heck yeah!
against each other.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go ham on that.
Yeah,
And now that we have so many more people, we can get chat to play with us as well.
yeah. We'll do a knockout tournament with 24 players.
And don't
That's
worry,
gonna be fun.
I'll die first, so it's cool.
Yeah.
I'll die first, like I
So-
did at the experience.
So, Paul, what is your first game? Day one, Nintendo Switch 2. What is the first thing you want to see in 4K resolution?
I mean, it's gonna be Mario Kart World for sure.
Yeah.
And shortly after, I'm going to be diving into Street Fighter 6 on Nintendo Switch 2. And also planned for my day one purchasing is, I want to say it right, Fast Racing Fusion, or is it just Fast Fusion? But the sequel to Fast Racing Neo or Fast Racing RMX.
Yeah. I don't know any of those games, so it could be right.
Yeah, I think it's Fast Fusion. I don't think it's Fast Racing Fusion. But anyways, like the predecessor was fantastic on Nintendo Switch, which was a little bit of an upgraded version of the game on Wii U, and basically that was not Nintendo's F-Zero.
Okay.
So those are my 3 launch games. Oh, and I think I'm gonna go with Split Fiction. Because I didn't buy it a couple months ago. I played it at the show, at the experience, and it was so much fun that, yeah, I'm going to have to get that one. Dang, that's 4 games at launch.
You have a backlog already, Paul. You have a backlog already. It's like
Oh, boy.
day one, you got 4 games in your mind.
If I didn't already have Cyberpunk 2077, I would probably buy that too, because it looks like a really good quality version of the game. I enjoyed it at the experience. It plays well. It looks nice. I could double dip, but I don't need to. I'm double dipping on Street Fighter, but Street Fighter is a special one for me.
Yeah.
But I think Cyberpunk is going to be worth it for first-time owners. Absolutely, because it is a really good game.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. You know how you're a bad influence every time I'm like, should I buy this? And you always tell me yes. So here's the reasons why you should buy Cyberpunk 2077 on your Switch 2. Because CD Projekt Red is doing something amazing, which is putting their game on a cartridge. They want to help us keep physical alive, and we have to support the cause. Just like I have to support the cause of my Zelda habit and buy the Switch 2 version all over again for no really good reason other than Zelda. So all I'm saying, Paul, is that we should consciously support good behavior of having physical games on cartridges. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Peace.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll double dip on that one too.
You really should. As a gamer, it's your conscious duty.
You see, I wasn't gonna get it digital until just now. I'm gonna get it physical. There's a physical
We
game.
want to support good behavior. We want to
Digital.
reward them for their efforts in trying to keep physical alive.
Yeah.
So if it does come physical, I suggest trying to get it physical.
Yeah, I'm also gonna get digital too. So.
Oh, you can do both. I'm okay if you do both. Just at least buy a physical copy. At least.
Yeah, to help them out. Yeah, because they're doing something so great, and it's right. It's true.
Even if you play it on a different system, still buy the Switch 2 version, because this is the stuff we want to encourage.
Remind me, is Elden Ring a day one title?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it day one? I don't think it's day one.
I don't think so, but I know it's launch window. I'm waiting to hear.
There's no release date. Yeah.
No release date. I'm waiting for Elden Ring to have exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 version, Link's Tunic from The Legend of Zelda. I'm like, yep, okay, buying it.
Real. And it's we're getting Elden Ring. It's called Tarnished Edition. Okay, this is the version that's not on anywhere. Well, it is, but this version includes the entire Elden Ring plus the Shadow of the Entry. So we have our own little special edition, with both games on there. It's called the Tarnished Edition for Switch 2, and there is no specific release date, but it's coming in 2025. So anytime before the year ends.
So Elden Ring is one I'm excited about because when I say I'm going in blind, I have watched a couple of clips on your social media feed.
Mhm.
But I said I want to go in completely blind because all I heard is how hard it is, but how wonderful the game is and how good it is and how good the gameplay is. But it's very, very, very difficult from what I heard. And I said, I want to open my mind a little bit and I'm going to try it because let's keep it honest. If they turned around and just slapped some Zelda on it, I would be all over.
All right, quick update. So this game, Elden Ring, it contains the Elden Ring, right? The base game. It contains Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. This is a typo.
Or the Erd Tree, I think. EERD.
What have I been saying? Someone else. I think it was like Ender Tree,
Okay.
Enderman, like Minecraft fans know what I'm talking about. Enderman.
Where's the inclusion stuff of it? Like,
and not only that, but it also contains Elden Ring Night Rain. So
yeah, that's their newest expansion.
did that come out already?
It comes out on it comes out on the Night Ring comes out on May 30th on all consoles.
So I'm wondering if it's gonna come out not too long after.
Yeah, so for Switch 2, it contains all of those games together. So I'm pretty sure it's coming out. Maybe it'll come out on release date, because it's already there. So, or maybe
that's what I'm thinking.
A month after. I mean, not too far after. I think that once they release Night Rain, I think that's when they probably announce the release date for Nintendo Switch because it contains all those games. It's the what they call the Tarnished edition with all the main and the two additional actings. Plus, the co-op. The Elden Ring thingy, the Elden Ring Night Rain, is a co-op survival action spin-off, which is really cool. Interesting, right?
I'll also be getting Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I just got this on my restream. Boo Mini gifted a Paul Gale Network membership.
Nice.
Wow.
There you go.
And Craig Grissett received a gift membership from Boo Mini. So that's really cool. That's new for me to see live. And I'm glad that my screen is on, so I was able to acknowledge it. So
that's awesome.
Big thank you, Boo Mini.
There you go. And then who received it?
Craig Grissett. Boo Mini, I believe that is the very first gifted membership that anyone has ever gifted somebody on my channel.
Woo! There you go, making history. On the Paul.
She's the membership fairy.
Yeah, she is. She's
the membership fairy. She just sprinkles a membership on random channels whenever she feels like it. It's fabulous.
It's a blessing to everybody. She brings a smile to on any content creator she comes across. It's like you can be like, "Hey guys, you can have a little moment." All of a sudden, Boo Mini membership, like, lifts you up a little bit. So thank you.
I'm off my job right now. I completely forgot we had a super chat.
Right.
Blade Nightmare, please forgive me. We are very tired. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat. We truly appreciate it. Can you buy extra Switch docks after the release?
Yes, if you can afford it. Yes.
$110, I think.
Yeah.
Or 120.
$120. Yeah.
Are they selling them separate? They are, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was 110, and then post tariff talk, it was like 120 or something.
Yep.
Nice.
So you can buy I am going to buy an extra dock because I don't like moving my dock anywhere. I like having a dock on the TVs that I use. Like I have the dock here and then one in the living room. So I will take the Switch here and just put it there and play with the family, come back over here and just, it's just convenient.
It's really convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. I'm sorry, really, do you have a question? No, he's in the middle of doing some kind of Hadouken there. He just I don't know.
He's trying to be cool, so we gotta let him just stand there and be cool.
I don't think that's a Hadouken. I think he's just wrapped up in some weeds, and like doing the lawn.
And that's why he's so frustrated.
Yeah, he's trying to get his hands unraveled there. He was doing the lawn and just messing with the front yard, and then he's trying to get that piece of that big unravel. All right, so with that, we got okay. So for me, day one, the very first game, I think maybe Donkey Kong Bonanza.
That's not till July.
Oh, that's right.
You mean to tell me that? Okay, hold on. So you mean to tell me you're gonna buy your Nintendo Switch too and not play it for 6 weeks?
Why did I think that was a launch title? All right, never mind. It's gonna be Mario Kart.
Because it's late on a Friday and we tired.
I for some reason all this time I thought it was a launch title. Completely
almost.
Wait, which game was it again? I didn't even hear.
DK Bonanza.
Oh yeah,
DK Bonanza. I'm like, the thing is, I played it, and I had so much fun breaking everything. And because like I was breaking a lot of stuff, right? And then the guy says, if you want to have more time to play the game, how about you trying to leave me to continue the game just to continue the story so I can get to the end of the demo. But I just kept breaking everything. It was just so much fun picking up stuff and just throwing it everywhere. You know, at one point I picked up something up and I just threw it overboard. Like you throw that little penguin overboard, Mario. It was just fun. It was just a fun thing. You know,
Mike.
I had a blast.
Hey, Mike.
But,
Mike. For some reason, all I heard you say was Bonanza, and I got the Bonanza theme going through my head.
Oh my God, Bonanza! There's two Bonanzas. There's the show and there's the place to eat. Have you ever heard of Bonanza, the place to eat, like the little?
Not the restaurant. I remember the show's theme song though, and that is exactly.
Oh my God, it's like the other day. I think I said something. I forgot. I went back.
We are too tired for this entire conversation.
I went back into the 80s and I made a reference. And then Josh started cracking up, and like I didn't know anyone was going to get it. He got it.
You said something like Cheers or a Dallas.
Oh yeah, Dallas. I mean, Dallas is not the TV show.
No.
And,
because I was getting ready to go right into my like, what was her name? The diva. Diane Carroll, the actress. I was about to go right into her character.
Yeah, and I said Dallas. I'm like, my God, these people are too young to for that.
Y'all don't even know about Dallas because. Okay, but here's a fun thing for you to just chew on, just for fun. Writing prompt idea.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a multimillionaire, would you live with a bunch of other multimillionaires in one big mansion just to have drama? Discuss amongst yourselves. And also, that's basically what Dallas was.
Dallas. There was even a board game. There was a board game from Dallas too. I remember that.
There's a board game for everything. There's a Zelda version of Monopoly.
Listen, I grew up watching Charles in Charge. For some reason, they let a male nanny in there. I guess at the time it was like oh my God, what? You know,
Who's the Boss too? And we were like on a male nanny streak. It was great.
Yeah. Who's the Boss?
And these are good, respectable, nice guys. So
yeah. The other show that I watched was Three's Company.
I mean, that was fun.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, and
for you.
That's what growing up in that's what growing up in the 80s/90s got you, right? And the 90s got you iCarly. Wasn't iCarly?
No,
TJ. Yeah.
No, it wasn't iCarly. It was Ren and Stimpy.
We had Ren and Stimpy. We had Nick at Night. We had all that. We had all that with Keenan.
Full House. Family Matters.
Family Matters.
My Step. Dinosaurs.
Boy
Meets World.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what, bruh? Look, my headcanon in my perfect world, Corey and Topanga are married in real life. That is just the way it works. They were for us youngins. They were our like Corey and Topanga. That's like a whole other legend in of itself.
Listen.
Now I'm excited. I want to go watch it.
I remember the when SpongeBob first aired, the first episode. I found him so incredibly annoying. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand SpongeBob at the beginning when it came on. Right before that, in Nickelodeon, this is a show called Eureka's Castle, which was like a show with puppets and a whole bunch of stuff. That was Nickelodeon back in the day, just like a whole bunch of puppets, Doug and the Rugrats, and a whole bunch of other shows.
Who remembers Fraggle Rock?
Oh, Fraggle Rock, yeah.
The chat's going off on Topanga. I have a picture of my wife and I with Danielle Fishel and her husband that we met up a couple of years ago, but I can't pull it up right now. But
oh, that's so sweet.
You got time, Paul? You got time? We got all night, huh?
This thing is frozen.
Oh,
he has to go somewhere.
The mic is frozen. The mouse is frozen. My screen is frozen. I'm lucky that the camera is able to still have me on and the internet's still connected. Something's weird with the computer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Okay, because I just have to. Old people check. Who remembers all the words to All That's intro song? Because it was done. Fun fact, it was done by TLC.
If it starts, then I can sing along, but I don't remember. I don't remember the whole thing.
Oh God! Oh, all that was amazing, guys. You can find old reruns. Somewhere.
Listen, we're not as alone as you thought. Look at everybody in the chat, just bringing up their childhood shows and Nick.
Who watched Tiny Toon Adventures? Now, where my real old babies at? Like, who's remember Tiny Toon Adventures? Tiny
Toon was good.
And Animaniacs. Animaniacs is the reason why I do certain shady things. Like, good night, everybody. Yeah, if the wrong thing gets said, because that's what the joke was.
Animaniacs were awesome, man. And Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
Pinky and the Brain.
You remember when Brain fell in love with one of the other female lab rats?
Yeah.
And the name of the episode was The World Could Wait. It's my favorite Pinky and the Brain episode. It would be a romance episode.
I almost brought the voice actor for Pinky. Is it Pinky or the Brain? Pinky, the long skinny one, mouth, right? Yeah, the one.
Is it Rob Paulson?
Yeah, I almost brought him on the podcast when I was doing season 1 because he's a voice actor for a video game, and he's part of the agency that I have a connection with that sent over all the voice actors. So yeah, I almost had him on the podcast to talk about a video game, and it's pretty cool.
I can't help it. I had to. Shout out to Jabbo Thunder. Doug set up false expectations for my teenage years ahead.
Oh my God, yeah, Doug, right? And so guys, if you guys want a 90s theme podcast, we can go back, an 80s, 90s theme podcast. We can go back and talk about games, but then again, bring up all everything we were doing about an About Me Growing Up podcast, gaming wise, but also bringing a lot of things that we did do during that time. And if we have pictures, we'll show them too.
We'll just do just 90s themed.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, I wish I could DJ real music. Because all my 90s playlist hit. Come on now, it's me.
Yeah. So
we should talk about video games again.
That was a good side tangent.
Yeah, that was really great. SideQuest was excellent.
It was. We'll do that. You know what? Every podcast will have a little side. Call it SideQuest, and we'll just kind of talk about something else other than gaming, just to identify with the crowd and like that. Right now, we have somebody says that they will be totally down to have a podcast for going back to the 90s, and we'll do that. We'll plan that.
And for my little one in the chat that says, I'm actually a 2000s kid. Well, that podcast will be very educational to learn your history about how life was like in the late 1900s.
In the before time.
Long ago.
In the before time.
Let me give y'all a little heads up. Wait a minute. These kids get to text in class now. See, we lived dangerously. We had to physically pass a note to our friend in class during a test while the teacher was watching us, and it had to get all the way to the other across the room. I'm telling y'all, we was built different.
You just like look at your watch today and you get the note. Back in the day, it's like, hey, pass it up. You have to open your mouth and then take the note and then pass it to your friend. And if your friend was all the way down there, good luck with that because it was never going to get to you. And if it did, do not put your name on the note. That's rule number 1. Pass it up. Don't put your name on the note and just pass it up. Whoever gets caught, it's up to them. You can deny it if you want.
No, it could no. And if you did get caught, the teacher would read your note in front of.
Oh yeah, they would.
Oh, yeah.
They would read it. Yeah, they will read it out loud. That's why you can't put your name on a note. Okay, that's if we ever go back in time and things go back to the way they were, and then the cell phone technology, we're giving you some tips for the future. If we ever end up in one of those worlds again, like the grid goes offline. Can you imagine that? That's another topic. But all right, so with the video games and Nintendo Switch 2.
I mean, technically, let me not. Let me not.
From software. All right, what do I have from software here?
Dust Blood. The Dust Blood.
Yeah,
yes.
I have
that's gonna be a day one buy. I don't even care what it is. I don't care. And I know that it's gonna be a multiplayer game, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm so tired of multiplayer games." Well, I've never played a From Software game. I don't think.
Yeah.
And I haven't played a game like this. I'm interested. I'm hype about it. I want to know more about it. I'm going to support. Period. Because I'm telling y'all, one of the reasons that all the prices went up because we have to pay From Software for that exclusive.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And it's awesome that they are making a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive game, right?
Yeah.
A temporary exclusive, right? It's a time.
No,
It's not time.
The Dust Bloods is paid by Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to take that back. I don't know if it's being paid by Nintendo because then it would make it technically a Nintendo IP. Yeah. But it is an exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. So it might be From Software's IP, which is, part of Bandai Namco. But yeah, no, that was an exclusive. Hades 2 is a timed Nintendo Switch exclusive and Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. Hades 2 is also a day one buy. Like 2025 is a really good time for gaming in general, but for Nintendo Switch 2 in its first year, I'm looking at, well, not even the first year. Do you realize we only know the first 6 months of games? I mean, Kirby Air Riders, that's a part of the first half.
Yeah.
And we don't even know what's going to come out between January and June next year. I mean, we have a little idea of some of the things, like Dust Bloods is a 2026 title, but what's the big game in March going to be? What's next May's game going to be? I don't know. It's exciting. It's a strong launch.
It is a strong launch, and as I was saying, we have strong first party support and then strong third party support, right? And not to even mention all the indie games that are upcoming and haven't even talked about since Switch 2 that could be there as well. So, game wise, I think we're good with that one. Let's move on to the next topic real quick. This is gonna be a short topic before we move on to the Q&A. We got about podcast has about 30 minutes left in the podcast. And then we're gonna go ahead and talk about want to add something, Joyce?
I was just gonna say I just need 2 minutes. I will be right back. But please start. I'll be listening.
All right, so let's see here. Next topic of the podcast is we're talking about updates, okay? The Nintendo Switch 2 updates. And Nintendo released an update over the past couple of weeks. I would say last week, right? It was the 20.0.0 update. It was during the last week, or last 2 weeks. Nintendo released an update to 20.0.0, which they had to quickly issue a statement to people not to update. But at that time, everybody and their mother updated their Switch because you couldn't visit the eShop without updating, right? It'll prompt you to update before visiting the eShop. And that 20.0.0 update apparently bricked a couple of devices. And I'm guessing people just during the update, they kind of interrupted it. Could have been that. And so if your system booted successfully after that update, then you're good to go. No worries from there. But Nintendo quickly released a 20.0.1 update. That wasn't the big news, though. The big news was that via an update, Nintendo updated the UI for the Nintendo Switch, at least to include 2 more icons with 2 more features. The one being digital game cards, right? Digital game cards, right? That you can lend to your friend for up to 14 days. And the other one was Game Share, right? Game Share, right? Is that right, Paul? What it was?
Yes.
Digital cards or cartridge, digital cartridges, whatever. And then the Game Share.
Yeah.
All right. And even that wasn't the biggest deal of all. Yes, there was two new features. We're adding cool stuff, right? Because apparently for the Game Share, it only works from Switch 2 to Switch 1, not anywhere else. And the digital game cards for you to borrow and share, that's across the line. You can do that with everything. The bigger story of this was that Nintendo finally released an update that presented some type of value to the Nintendo Switch that we could see, right? Every update was like this bugs and fixes. I'm like, if you're not going to release a bug game, just don't even tell us. Just do it, right? And so this was the very first update that we received from Nintendo that gave us value that mattered. that mattered. And so that begs the question, and the question for our next topic is this going to be something Nintendo's going to be doing moving forward now that we have a new platform, Nintendo Switch 2? Will we be seeing changes to the UI, changes to features added to the UI? Let's say right now, something that I confirmed over at the experience, and this was told to me by one of the developers in their game, because I was there. I was there as a fan, but I was also there as a journalist. Everybody right now, I was there as a journalist, right? And so I asked so many questions. One of the questions I asked, have you seen the UI? Have you seen the settings? Have you seen this? Have you seen that? I was questions like everywhere. And one of the developers was like so nice, like, I've already navigated the entire thing. So what's new about it? Not really, not much. Everything, not much is new. It's the same UI from Nintendo Switch. It's just a little bit updated when it comes to the sounds, how things look. Little facelift, like a little refresh. That's like a refresh of the UI, so everything kind of looks the same. Now, if you're looking at your Nintendo Switch right now and you see the UI, how it looks with those same icons, those are the same ones on Nintendo Switch 2, right? What changes now are some of the sounds. They feel a little more updated. And when it comes to the UI, the settings, and the themes, right? We're only getting the light and the dark theme, and that's something that if you look at my X account, I think I pinned that once. I was told that we're only getting the light in the theme. There's no music background. It's just the Nintendo Switch, same UI, but just a little bit updated. Runs faster because it's a better hardware. The eShop is now like an app instead of just a web browser that runs like crappy. So it runs a lot better, a lot smoother. And so all that information, I added it to the thingy. Nintendo recently confirmed that we're only getting the light and the dark version of the theme, because it's a Nintendo Switch, right? It's Switch 2, but it's still Switch, right? And so people were a little bit upset until Nintendo released that update where they added features to Nintendo Switch 1. Now, with that, the question goes to my amazing crew here. Knowing now that Nintendo has the power, like Paul Rudd said,
I have the power. I'm sorry.
That's He-Man. The power to add features. And before I answer this, we got some super chats, but let me go ahead and finish the question, and we'll highlight the super chats. Will Nintendo, via updates, now that we've seen them do it with 20.0.1, adding those features like game sharing and digital cards, will Nintendo add features on Nintendo Switch 2, such as wallpapers, maybe music themes, something that will kind of maybe a system where you can trade in your points or a new wallpaper for Zelda and Link? Because I know the silver coins are not going away. The gold coins are. but the silver coins are remaining, and for promotional purposes, maybe Nintendo will allow us to exchange coins if you have an NSO or themes or stuff like that. So, what do you guys think? There you go. You got the coins before they went out, the gold coins.
Yeah.
So let's go and start with Joycey. Joycey, Nintendo released an update that mattered. Okay, we got Game Share on Switch, and we got the digital cards, whatever, right? So they did something with that update. Do you think more are coming for Switch 2? And if so, what do you think could possibly come to Switch 2 that will enhance the experience of the UI?
So I didn't have a problem with my update. So I didn't experience anything crazy. I know people are like, oh, this is an update that matters. I just let them, they know their system. I just play games on it. So I'm fine with it. I didn't have any problems. So with Game Share, I don't plan on sharing my games. I don't, unless I want to give you something, I don't really share. I'd rather buy you your own, you know? So for me, it's kind of like, okay, that's cute. But y'all, the eShop.
All right. Beautiful.
It is a miracle. It is an absolute miracle. Is it as fast as I want it to be? No. Is it as pretty and sparkly and with things that say, bite me, as I want it to be? No, it's not. But is it at least a little bit faster? It is no longer super excruciatingly slow. Now it's like regular slow. I can deal with regular slow. I can live with that. Okay. I grew up on dial-up, so I can live with that. So that was my biggest and most exciting moment of that update is the eShop.
Hilarious.
As far as
new features,
I'm sorry, say that again.
As far as new features, like if they could add new features,
right? As far as new features, I'm always going to scream that we need themes and we need this, that, and the other. I don't think it's going to hurt anything at all. I don't think it's going to necessarily enhance or unenhance anything about sales or anything. Nobody's running out to get a Switch 2 so they can put wallpaper on it, right? However, why the heck not? Okay, right? Just why the heck not? I understand what other companies do their own thing, but you are Nintendo.
Come on, Nintendo.
So my other thing is, and I know there's still this concern, and I saw it already in the chat as well. I don't agree with paying for wallpaper, digital wallpaper. I don't agree with having to do all this nickel and diming for these other little things.
Yeah,
that's why $80 games don't bother me unless I know that you're never going to update it or something crazy or something like that. So, or unless the game's like completely terrible. I am a person, I like to know the price up front and I want the whole thing. Don't nickel and dime me. DLC is not the same thing, but don't nickel and dime me. So that's what I'm concerned about, because there's that rumor out there that themes could be available like for purchase and through points, like you were saying. And I'm like, no. It's not, that can't cost you anything. I can go on Twitter and just save a random photo for free to my phone.
The rumor of them charging money for the themes, I don't buy it at all whatsoever. The ones for about them possibly tying it into rewards. For example, you're playing games and you earn silver coins. You can use those silver coins on a digital shop and then redeem them. What if I want
something else? My point is that it should be free.
I mean, it is free.
But not through your points or anything. It's just like on your Switch News or on your Nintendo Today app. Hey, we have wallpapers available. Download to your Switch too. Thank you, Nintendo. I'm glad to wake up with that with Nintendo today. The other thing is, I really think that Nintendo put as much as they could into a system to still make it as affordable as possible. And I don't know tech. I'm not a tech head at all. Y'all know that. So I don't know if it's a situation of cost or is it going to skimp on RAM. I don't know any of those specifics, but in my mind, it's digital wallpaper. Just give it to us. Or let us update our own, add our own. Now, I don't know if that's a secret feature that we don't know about. Maybe we can update our own. we can add our own, upload our own.
So
then you don't even have to use their wallpaper. You can have a nice, beautiful background of your family or something like that, or your cat.
Yes, true. We do have a camera. There is a camera there. Mm-hmm. So good point. How about you, Paul? What do you think? Do you think Nintendo, with the ability that they've already shown us, they can update and give us new features with updates? You think there's a possibility of them doing any?
I think we'll see it. I think Nintendo Switch didn't ever get it because they very specifically gave the operating system, the CPU portion of it, 1 gig of RAM so that they could give 3 gigs of RAM to games. And allowing for different images, different scrolling pictures, different pieces of music would just bog down the home menu. And they didn't want any type of slowdown. They wanted the Nintendo Switch to be turn it on, boom, you could hop in the game. And they knew that anything extra would slow it down. Mm-hmm. eShop wasn't slow, by the way, back in 2017. Eventually, it got slower as more was added and more things added and et cetera, et cetera. So I think now with a much more powerful hardware, it's going to start off simple, but we'll probably get those platinum coins that you could use. Maybe some things will be available, like here's the generic Mario, here's the generic Zelda. Here, you buy Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, you will get with it the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond background skin. Like maybe developers will be able to include with the purchase of a game the unlockability feature to have that game's kind of like background as part of your home menu, or go into the NSO and just like click to download. But some exclusive ones, a cool one, a Christmas themed one, there's a brand new something or other coming out, a special event.
Ooh, events. I love that.
Then you could like use your platinum coins, or maybe use cash. I don't know. Then there's the risk of like, can you upload your own images? That would be cool. Like, why not? But could that possibly brick your system if you upload the wrong JPEG or file? Right. And could you have downloaded a virus from the internet from downloading a picture and uploading that picture? Could it cause problems? So like the more access they give, the more room for errors there are. So even though limitations are kind of bothersome, you are more protected. So I'm sure Nintendo goes through all these different things. One is bogging down the system, and you don't want to lower the experience of hopping into it. Mm-hmm. But I think that Nintendo Switch 2, that's not going to be a problem. Now it's just going to be how do we do this to keep it fresh and cool, but also safe for the consumer? Yeah. I think they'll figure it out, though. I think it's going to happen. I don't think we go 8 years more just having white or black as options.
Hey, we got 2 new members joining the podcast. We got here Psyduck. They are stressing out, and we also got again. We got Tom Nook, who came to claim his money again.
I was gonna ask y'all, who didn't you pay him last week, Mike?
No.
Why?
That's why he's there. That's why he's back. He's
like staring into my soul.
Minnie is here to save the day with people chat. Nintendo Direct in June or September. What do you guys think?
I don't want to be greedy, but I'm gonna say late June.
All right, that sounds good. But yeah, we still have the dates. Well, no game dates, so yeah.
I'm at the roll with Paul on this one. However, no, there is no however. No, never mind. Nope, I'm rolling with Paul on this one. I because June is usually when we get it direct. I was about to make a counter argument. Well, maybe they'll do it a different month, and I'm like, no, because that doesn't line up with their release timings. So a June direct to me makes sense. Mind you, we know nothing. I don't know if there's even one on the rumor mill right now. So we know nothing. And I think we'll get one in September too. Or August or September as well.
We'll have to find out what Nintendo's new schedule is, because apparently there's no schedule set like they used to have February, June, and September for directs. We'll see what it looks like, because so far it's all been all over the place, right? We didn't get a February 1. We got one we got the 2 in March. I want to say April.
Yeah.
It was April, right? April.
But they were releasing a new system, so that's why I understand that. But they did have a direct. I think it was either February or March.
Yeah, no, they had two back-to-back direct. We had the one for Switch One, and which, by the way, could have been in February. And they had then a week later they had the Nintendo Switch 2 direct. So like, what the heck? I don't want you, Nintendo.
So I'm thinking about their usual release timings, like when their winter year, their fiscal year, whatever, when their winter month started, their fall, and everything else. That's why I was thinking. Go for it, Paul. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think at the very least we get something a couple of weeks before Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I think something late June makes sense just because you still need to tell us when Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is coming out, and also you still don't want to let too long of a time go by for Nintendo Switch owners to not be excited for something. And a June Nintendo Direct is a decent amount of time after the last Nintendo Switch one, and then you could give us reminders of like, hey, coming Nintendo Switch Online for expansion pack and normal users is a new 99 game, or here's an update on Deca Police, or available on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, Super Mario Galaxy 2 Remastered, coming out for the Mario 40th anniversary. Like, I think June makes sense for just a Nintendo Direct that would be more focused on Nintendo Switch 2, but also have some NS stuff, because a lot of Nintendo Switch owners are not going to be able to upgrade right away, not only because they can't, but not only because they can't afford it or whatever. Like, that's one thing, but they just can't get it. There's 152 million people. Nintendo's only going to release 15 to 20 million in the first 12 months, so even if you want it, there's just not enough to be made. So they got to satisfy that user base. Maybe a new Pokemon Legends ZA trailer, Metroid Prime, which, like I said, is for both systems. So, yeah,
I like it. Next super chat in there. Let's see a question.
Wait, the one that you have up, Justin Richards. Shout out to you again. Thank you for the $5. What brand television did they use to showcase Switch 2? I did not even pay attention.
So is this so if you're talking about the first Nintendo trailer where they showed the Switch kind of changing its factor, and then we saw the Switch coming in and they had a TV in the background and show Mario Kart in, that was 3D generated, so it's not real branded. But if you're looking for a good brand of television to play your Nintendo Switch in, I would say anything that has 4K and HDR. Okay, so that's you're gonna get a good experience if you have 4K and HDR. Okay, I know there's other brands like you have QLED that has more colors. OLED is the biggest one because then again it's also the most expensive type. Gives you the deeper blacks and a whole bunch of colors. But if you're looking for an affordable one, you can go with 4K, and as long as it has HDR. I think it'll give you a good color range there. If you're looking for small bezels like the one they showed in the trailer, LG makes ones. Like I have an LG one, and Samsung also makes very good ones with very tiny bezels that look very nice. Like the entire screen is shown there. So just to give you an answer, because I know that one in the trailer didn't really have a branded, because it was generated. If you ask me, what do I think they use in the Treehouse? I think they use Samsung, because they're like, they're kind of, Samsung made the little SD card and all that stuff, and I think
I think he means when we were at the experience, what kind of TVs were being used, and I didn't pay attention.
So they were using 4K HDR stream, and they were all I can't remember the brand, but they were 4K HDR. Because I remember the guy talking to me like, see the HDR, and they're talking to me about the graphics and the colors and everything. The HDR makes it look better, and the 4K resolution and blah blah blah. And then when I was talking to the Metroid guy, he also mentioned HDR. He also mentioned dark colors, and he also mentioned so 4K HDR. Don't know the brand, but I know that was mentioned a lot.
I wonder if we look back at any of the footage that we recorded, could we see on the bottom? I just don't have access at the moment.
Yeah, I can go ahead and pull it up.
Mhm.
Here, just to experience. Let me go ahead and lower this because it's loud.
And real quick, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I was gonna say, I have two TVs, and I game on both, and honestly, both are just fine in my opinion. On the one hand, I have an LG CX10 OLED 65-inch, nice, beautiful TV. And I've also got a Vizio. That's a smaller 60-inch one that's also 4K, non-OLED. You can't go wrong. Is the LG CX10 better than the Vizio? Yeah, but like, dude, a cheap 4K TV is just fine these days. You're going to be just fine. Don't worry if you don't have 120 frames. Don't worry if you don't have 120 hertz. If you have HDR, if you have that variable refresh rate option, better. But like, nobody feel pressured. Like, you're not going to get the best experience. Like, you're going to get an amazing experience regardless because this system is awesome. Okay, so you're going to be okay.
And the reason why I mentioned HDR because that now all the even cheaper TVs are they're including HDR. Even the 1080 TVs are including HDR, which helps. The Nintendo Switch in handheld mode adds HDR, which is what makes it look so great on the system. Yeah, they don't show any brand. It's just it's TV here on the case.
By the way, I got a roll.
Oh yeah.
So I can't say bye to chat this way, so I'm just gonna say bye to chat this way. Joycey and Mike, bye. I was able to make it to the hour and a half mark, but I gotta go.
All right, sounds good. I was trying to make it to the 1040, but if you have to go now, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, I was trying to push a little bit longer, but I'm like,
yeah,
that's okay.
All right, Paul.
Have a wonderful weekend, Paul.
Have a nice weekend, everybody. Happy Mother's Day in advance to all the mamas out there. If there's any moms on here,
there you go. And of course, you can find Paul Gale Network everywhere. You get Paul Gale Network is found, like everywhere. Like just type Paul Gale Network on Google, and you'll find all of his social media, his YouTube channel, his background too. If you want to do a background check, you can do it too. I give you permission.
All right.
Good night, Paul. Have a wonderful
weekend. Good night. I might be in the chat
Bye.
now that I can hop on my phone.
All right, take care, Paul.
Bye.
Later. Real quick. Bye, Ryu.
Did he say Hadouken?
He said Hadouken. I was just gonna say like super quick.
I just took you off.
IG whiz. I was gonna say like super quick though. If you do feel like if you are in the market for a new TV, do not hesitate to go to Best Buy and go to like their open box. I was seeing the other day, I don't plan on getting a new TV anytime soon. I'm just gonna have to deal with it for now, and that's fine. But I was seeing like 4K and all kind of other letters and everything else dropping from like 3,000 to like 1,200.
Yeah. Well, I've seen TVs at Walmart 4K HDR at $200-$300 at 65-inch. You know, and so
I'm sorry, I was looking at like 85 and up.
Yeah. Oh, if you want 85 and up,
I want a TV. I want a movie screen.
You're probably saying to me because that's what I want too. I want my big TV down back here, like a 100-inch TV. My wife won't let me get it for now, but I'll get it soon.
Well, my dad has a I think his is a 90-inch actually.
I know.
And it's gorgeous and beautiful picture. He's had it for years.
Yeah.
But I need a new TV anyway because the one that I had got it from a family member and it just doesn't work. It won't reset. It won't do anything. And I'm just like, I'm over it. So saving up for a brand new TV that I just want. Yeah. Mind you, I don't need it at all. No, I want it.
All right. I think we have got a super chat with the Zelda questions.
Yay. Hello, Boo Mini. Thank you for your $5 super chat. What is the number of times that you've played a Zelda game and which ones? Oh, excuse me. What is the most number of times that you played a Zelda game, and which ones were they? I'm gonna let Mike go on this one because I'm trying to count.
So I played Breath of the Wild 5 times from beginning to end, and Tears of the Kingdom 3 times from beginning to end. I played. Wait, is it this one? What's the most number of times you played? Okay, so just Breath of the Wild has been 5 times. That's the most. The other ones are 3 and 2.
I don't know how many times I've played A Link to the Past.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
I don't know how many times I've played A Link to the Past. I have played Twilight Princess.
Double digits. Double digits.
I think it is, Mike, and I'm very serious about that.
Yeah,
It's my go-to game. I love it. Even though I'm trying to stop playing it, I'm like, I need to do new things and play new games. Like this big old backlog I got of games that still have the plastic on them. Yeah. I played Twilight Princess, I want to say 4 times. Ocarina of Time, I played 3 times. Wind Waker, I played once. I played Breath of the Wild twice. I played Tears of the Kingdom twice. I played the OG Zelda about 4 or 5 times. That's enough. Y'all get the point.
Yeah.
Oh, honorable mention, and I have proof of this. I beat the OG Hyrule Warriors, and when I say I beat it, I'm talking every outfit, every DLC, every weapon, every map, 100%.
Nice.
And then I hopped on my other account, and then I did it all over again. I don't know if I'm a well woman or not, but that's my life. Anyway,
yeah, that's a Zelda fan right there. So Renee Corley became a new member. Thank you and so much, and welcome to the Odyssey, the VIP, or wherever you join. I don't know. Did you join on Poll or over here? I don't know which one because it doesn't tell me.
I just became a member through YouTube.
Okay, awesome. Welcome. Enjoy the perks. Enjoy all the merch stuff in the background. There's a lot of videos. I'm releasing a new video for members that has extra footage from my experience and my when I spent the night at the airport. That's very interesting stuff. And it's gonna be in the video section for members. So you got extra footage there, extra content to enjoy. A lot of funny stuff. All of my skits are in the members area. So if you guys want to enjoy that as well. But thank you so much.
Real random. Since we're just so out of it and off the cuff tonight, I'm just gonna randomly answer this. Somebody asked me how long have I been gaming. I've basically been gaming since I was a 6-year-old child. I took a break for a very long time when I got into high school up until my very late 20s until I was 30 because I bought into that whole video games are for kids. You need to grow up. You need to do adult things. And I decided to grow up and make an adult choice to be a child whenever I get good and ready.
Yeah.
And then I started gaming again.
Awesome.
That wasn't the only, but I'll tell you the other story another day.
We have room for at least 3 more questions if you guys want to go ahead and join the questions. So we're gonna go ahead and start reading the super chats. The question for the Q&A, and I will go ahead and highlight 3 more questions while Josie reads. We can answer that one. So go ahead and answer your question now, so we can go ahead and answer them. We are now in the Q&A section of our podcast.
This one's for you though. Shout out to Lottie Tro here. Thank you for your question. Hey Mike, do you have any Mario wishes for the 40th anniversary?
I am wishing upon a star.
To follow where you are.
I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna try to reach out to the cast again of Mario, the entire cast of Super Mario, bring them on a podcast. So it's for a special episode of the Mario 40th anniversary. I'm reaching out, hopefully in next couple of weeks for next year, because I know this year. The 40th anniversary starts this year, but it continues next year. So for the podcast, I'm going to try to bring the entire cast. I know Kenny James was dying to come on a live stream. We did a pre-recorded. He wanted to to come on a live stream. Samantha Kelly and the rest of the staff. So yeah, we'll talk about that then once they're here for the 40th anniversary and to get their reactions. Yeah, pretty cool. That's a good segue.
And also, shout out. Somebody else in the chat also said that you can get a lot of good open box deals at Amazon as well. So,
Ew, wait a minute. Yeah. Go ahead and put that on Discord because I wanna remember later. So I can go check.
oh, okay, I got you. Shout out to J2 Chronicles X. Thank you so much, my dear, for your $5.
Yeah.
Ask DK. How is it like to have a 3D game after 26 years? We got him here. He's actually Tom's, security. So he's here. He can answer.
Yeah. So what do you think, DK? What do you think? Yeah. Answer them. Mm-hmm. I think he is shocked. He's still he has been holding on this expression since his game first got revealed. He's like, and he has not snapped out of it. I don't think he ever will. He's just like, I don't remember making this game.
He's so surprised that he's just so surprised that the spotlight's not 100% on Mario for a change.
Yeah, he's I mean, DK is he's doing. I think he's all right, DK? You see, he's just don't say anything. Thank you so much.
I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
No, and now I lost it. Hold on, where'd it go? Okay, but thank you for your question. I found it. Let me do this. Shout out to Rico Lee. Thank you for your question and comment. I'll never understand why Nintendo doesn't empathize. Y'all. Woo! Let me try that again, y'all. I promise I passed third. I promise I passed third grade, y'all. I promise. I'll never understand why Nintendo doesn't emphasize customization more for Switch 2. You can strike a balance between Switch and Wii in functionality and personality. The Wii nailed both, and I agree.
That's awesome.
And wallpapers, digital art, that little folder stuff, unless there's something technical or some kind of big cost that I'm unaware of, I think that stuff should come for free. I'm gonna hold on to a little bit of hope, and I'm gonna say this: if there's a possibility, like, hey, by the way, once we actually have the Switch 2 in our hands and all this stuff is live, maybe they will have a section for themes on the eShop, and you can just download them. That it could happen. And also, I know we're not getting certain things out of the gate, but guys, remember, this is launch. So I think let's reserve those kind of concerns probably till we're about a year in, and then we can totally get really upset about the fact that there's not enough stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we're starting off already with the entire library of Nintendo Switch on Switch 2 plus what they've announced, and I think there's just more coming, and it'd be awesome. Yeah, that's a really good statement though, and I 100% we 100% back those sentiments.
Thank you, Alisala. I'm sorry. Thank you for your question. I have a question for all three of you. Well, technically, it's now 6 of us. It was 7, but now it's 6. And we have a new doggy now. Okay. I didn't have the money when the pre-orders first came out. I am still trying to get the rest of the money together. When are we going to see more pre-orders?
Pre-orders right now. Stay tuned to if you follow Jake Randall on X. I think that's because he also shares information about the other one person that I tried to follow. That will give you at least an update on pre-orders. I know that they're not all the way. Walmart is done, I think, and there are pre-orders popping up here and there. There is no sure thing that there will be a second wave, third wave pre-order, but we do know and we have heard that there will be a big amount of systems in store on day one. I think I heard that a Walmart was going to get about 150 of them in stock, on day one, launch day. And so if you get there on launch day, you'll be getting one without having to pre-order one on the spot there. And so I would contact your local Walmart, GameStop, and ask them about their stock or day one, and they will tell you. They're very open with that information now, which is really cool. So that you can make plans. You can plan ahead. Okay, I'm going to go to this GameStop. I'm going to this Walmart. I'm going to go to this place. I need to have this much money ready to get there. If it's GameStop, that's even better because you don't have to have all the money. You can take your Nintendo Switch there, use that as a down payment also, or even add to it, trade up, pay less. And if you have look, I got some cell phones. They're giving away like $150, $200 for old cell phones that I'm using. So I'm going to GameStop and I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to take with me that is good to trade in. And they'll add that to your total for your Nintendo Switch. That's why I like GameStop so much. I know people like bash on them, but you're the only place that if you can't really afford that huge $500, you have ways to get there to make him, pay less, right? So hopefully that information helps. But I think the best bet right now is launch day. And Jake Randall on X.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, that was just J2 Chronicles again cracking up saying Donkey Kong is part of the live stream.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
My duck is stressing out. He hasn't pre-ordered yet, so he's I told him the same thing. Relax, man. It's gonna be okay, but you just can't stop stressing.
Donkey, honey, you excited about your new game?
Yeah.
You just want to sit there quietly? Okay. So
yeah. Are you? Am I looking at the right place when I go like this, or am I looking at the wrong side?
You're looking right.
At Donkey Kong?
Yeah, I think my screen might be mirrored, so I don't think they got the effect, but because for me he's like right here.
Oh, he's right.
For you guys, I think he's that way, and
okay.
Yeah. We tried, y'all. We are so tired. We got like a few more questions left. We so happy y'all here to still hang out with us. Shout out to Chris Lee. What games is Joycey J looking forward to buying for Switch 2 the most? Zelda, mainline Zelda, spin-off Zelda, a big Zelda, a little Zelda, and then DLC Zelda, and then all the other games. I'm excited for them too.
Yeah. As long as Link and Zelda are in it, good to go.
Especially if they're the adult Link and Zelda, because that's now canon.
Right?
Did you say right or what?
I said right.
Oh,
right.
It's time to go to bed. Thank you. Shout out to you, Jabba Thunder. Do you think they'll re-release the Mario 3D Anniversary Collection for Mario's 40th? I have a physical, but wish I had bought it digitally too. The fact that Nintendo even took that down digitally, it's one of the things that if I get a job there in marketing, I'm just literally going to walk into Doug's office and I want to just ask, whose idea was this to take it off the eShop? Physical, I understand, okay? But whose idea was it to take this off the eShop? We're talking about the All-Stars collection, right?
You mean for oh my god, yeah. I don't even know why I did that. Why?
Yeah. I think he's talking about I'm pretty sure he's talking about the All-Stars collection.
Yeah. That was just a timed thing. I'm like, come on. Why?
Yeah. He is talking about that. That never should have been taken down digitally because I don't care what anybody says. That's money on the table. If people are willing to buy it, I'm willing to buy Zelda for the convenience of having it on the latest console. Yeah, that's money on the table. They shouldn't have ever taken that down. Now, will they do another one? Maybe. Hopefully, because Nintendo likes money. And when they make decisions like this, I'm like, but why though? Whose idea was this? And why does that make sense? Is it for something later down the line? Maybe. There's a good possibility. But there's certain things that I just wish Nintendo people will pay for it. Why do you take it down? I'm rambling. It frustrates me. Mm-hmm. If they'll re-release the same one, I'm not sure, but when they do like money, I think it's something to definitely kind of keep in the back of your mind. It's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
So
100% agreed.
Chloe, shout out to you. Thank you for your question. Has anyone played Guitar Hero games? I have not.
Yeah, I used to play that a lot on PlayStation, and it was super awesome. I hope that it would be cool if it came back. Right? I mean, in a big way to Nintendo Switch. I mean, I think this is the best system to buy it to get it, and so yeah, I hope it comes back. I mean, I know it hasn't gone away, but I'm saying like the Nintendo.
All right, y'all, and we done because we tired. We love y'all so much.
Hey.
We love y'all so much. We really do. But we've both had a very, very trying day, and people trying to try our patience.
Yeah.
And we're just, yeah.
We are.
There's only three initials that matter to me. TLC.
TLC. All right, so that is gonna be the podcast. I thank you guys. We thank you guys so much for being here with us, having fun. Right, this is just a laid back podcast you can just enjoy and watch on your weekend. Right, no matter what week you had, you can always count on the Nintendo podcast and our amazing crew to just sit back, lay back, talk about video games in a laid back way. No protocol, or now we just made up a new segment called Sidekicks, where we could just talk about anything else about gaming, right? That talk about. And so I hope you guys have had a wonderful night today. Before I let you go, where can we find you, Joycey?
Probably the moon.
The moon.
No. No. But when I get a few $1 million, I think I'm gonna go joyriding to the moon.
The moon.
This is how I know I'm tired. My jokes are not hitting. I am not funny tonight. I'm just laughing at air. Okay. Hi, y'all. I'm DJ Joycey on Twitter because I'm not going to call it X because that's stupid. Okay. As you can tell, I don't like stupid, but I do love Zelda and other video games. So you can follow me over there. I'm just a crazy old lady who loves video games and I'm always sleepy.
All right. Thank you, Joycey. And you can remember to follow Paul Gale Network, right? Just like that. Just type Paul Gale Network, even on your browser without even anything else. You'll find Paul. Also, N64 Josh, you can find them everywhere. Or N64 Josh, also on every platform. And of course, you can find me here at the Odyssey every single day, Monday through Friday. We got the podcast on Friday nights, and a lot of stuff. All right, friends.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Guys, I don't have a YouTube channel. I don't.
It's here. It's right
I'm
here.
here on Friday nights, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. That's the best way to talk to me.
DJ
Somebody said they wanted to follow me on YouTube, and I'm like, oh wait, I don't have anything on my YouTube.
Yeah, DJ Joycey at Twitter and here at Odyssey. She's part of the Odyssey family, so you can find her here every Friday night at the podcast. All right, my friends. With that, we will let you go. But before we let you go, we got two things we got to let you know, guys. Two things. Number one, what is it, Joycey?
Did you know that you and your family could save 15%?
But on Geico?
But don't y'all ever give up. Please don't do that because we need you.
Don't do that. And journey on, friends.
Journey on.
The journey continues one way or another. We keep walking forward, not giving up. And guess what? The best is yet to come. It's ahead of you. So don't worry. You'll be fine.
That's right. You will be.
Take care, guys.
I'm feeling happy with Nintopics Podcast. I feel like dancing with Nintopics Podcast. It's been a hard week, but I feel better now. It's time to flow with the Nintopics Podcast.